Hi. Okay, so while I'm in the mood, I have been wanting to record this YouTube episode, podcast episode, whatever you want to call it, literally for months, I feel like. Do you like my wand microphone? It's actually a pen. It writes really well. I also have this star one that writes really well. But anyways, I've been wanting to do this, and I keep telling myself, and I'm waiting for the right like astrological transit, and I'll be like, this is perfect timing, and then I just like don't do it again. And it's just like I've been on this journey of like, oh shit, my microphone. I set it down thinking it was my pen. Um, I've been on this journey of rediscovering who I am, refinding my magic, refinding what lights me up, that makes me shine. I really have gone through so much. If you're new here, welcome to my life. I'm Ashley. I currently live in Detroit, Michigan, Royal Oak area, actually. Um, but I moved to Detroit from South Florida. I lived in Fort Lauderdale for 5 years before I lived here. I am hitting 5 years this month, actually. Um, Insane. I have this like 5 year thing. But before that, I grew up in Arkansas. I am honestly just a simple girl at heart, and I'm kind of rediscovering like who I was as a child. I've been doing a lot of like feminine healing, child like wonder healing, like child wound healing. I, really have sat down with myself, you know, since my mom died. Yeah, again, since if you're new here, about like a little over a year and a half ago, I lost my mom. And we weren't necessarily like the closest mother daughter typical relationship. Like, first of all, we lived separate. Like, I lived at my dad's house. And so it's really affected like who I am as a person because we were close in our own ways. And I've had a lot of like feminine wounds surrounding and like the mother wound. Like, it's honestly, I feel like I've also just turned 33. So I'm going through like, I went through my Saturn return, and I've just went through that like Jesus year, death, rebirth, like really just not giving a shit anymore and being who I truly am, and rediscovering that has been so fun. And so I just want to talk about it, and it's something that I'm going to continue to bring up, and I'm going to reference a lot of this stuff. And I'm always like, I just don't even know where to start. Like, there's so many things that I have to get out, and my creativity is like freaking on fire, and I'm just like bursting at the seams to do so many things. And I have not felt this way in like 8 years or something like that. And I think it's honestly because of that 7 year transit, whatever it was. I can't think right now. There's like 100 transits going on. But yeah, I really just feel like I haven't felt this spark inside of me in such a long time. And all I had to do was have a complete ego death and strip away everything I thought I wanted to be, and be okay with not knowing who I'm becoming, and kind of releasing some of that control, doing a lot of freaking shadow work. And that's some just like all of the things that I want to really talk about. And I don't know. I just think that it's worth something within this like I have had like a spiritual like awakening of sorts, and with that I just don't want to hide my voice anymore. Like, I've been really quiet for a long time, and sometimes as creatives, you have to remind yourself that rest isn't sometimes just a day or two or a week or a month or even a year. Sometimes it's multiple years, multiple months. Sometimes you're wondering if you're ever going to feel that way again. And so when you finally do feel that way again, you have to look at the reasons why. What was holding me back? What was going on? Like, and you really, really dig deep. And once you kind of handle a lot of that and you get a good grasp of it, like, you almost feel unstoppable. And there's so many little, like, it's like a web of just like different conversations we can have, and we're going to have them, trust me, because like I said, I don't want to be quiet anymore. And I used to have my blog, I used to do all these freaking things. I was having so much fun, and I stopped doing that. And somewhere along the way, I realized that I was just like living this watered down life. And I don't want to live that way anymore. You know, like I have one life to live and I want to live it to my fullest. And it's going to be confusing, it's going to be stressful, it's going to be all of these things, but all of these things make it so much more beautiful. And it's in the art of noticing the magic in every single mundane day. Like, not every day is going to be the most exciting day of your life, but being able to notice the like real true magic that each day holds, like it really honestly can be like the best day of your life every day, but it's just all in your mind, but you have to deal with a lot of things that are going on like within. And yeah, I want to talk about that. I want to talk about my feminine healing, my child wounds. Like, I want to talk about like creativity and ideas, and I want to create this good, positive flow. Like, overall, I just really want to help others find their magic again as well. And we can go on this journey together. Like, I'm back. I'm whimsy. I'm witchy. I'm magical. I'm all of the things, and I'll never allow anything to ever water me down again, including myself. And it's like I have this tattoo that says shine bright. I got it when I was like 19. And it was really like a promise to myself to never let anyone or anything dull my shine. But I somehow forgot myself in that equation along the way. And I really have gotten in my own way a lot of the time, and it's a lot of the ego that comes with the Aquarian god complex. Gotta love it. My Saturn has been working overtime. I have an Aquarius stellium and a Capricorn stellium. My big three are all Saturn ruled. Like, the world sometimes feels like it's after me, but my resilience in coming back is something that I feel like has set me apart and will continue to set me apart. And I'm not afraid of that anymore. It's something I used to hide and shame and put away. But this is my life. These are my stories. It is what it is. Like, sometimes I feel like I'm a vampire who's lived like 700 lives. And it's like, are you sure you're only 33? Or are you like 333? Because, oh, 333. That's my mom's angel number. I love that. See? Alignment. Alignment. Yeah, so welcome. This is my channel. I'm so happy you're here. I hope we can find the magic together. Yeah, so we will continue this soon. I honestly just want to make sure that the video is actually working. I've done this before, and the mic just wasn't recording, and the video clicker was not video clickering, and I'm just pouring my heart out to nothing. Anyways, hope you're having a great Sunday, July 5th. Happy Summerween. Keep it magical. Keep it spooky. Bye.
Um, but yeah, so as I was editing this video, I didn't necessarily know what it was going to be called. Like, I didn't know the name. Um, there's some fireworks. How cool. Um, I didn't necessarily know what the name was going to be, the title of this video. Like, I was just kind of yapping and kind of just saying it and doing it and all of that. But as I was doing it, I knew I wanted it to be like oldest daughter something, big sister something. Sorry, it's a little windy. Hopefully you can hear me. I wanted it to be something along those lines. Oh my god. Let's see, can you see? I wanted it to be something along those lines, and I didn't really know. And something that my friends have pointed out, my boyfriend has pointed out, how my sister and I call each other sister. And it's something my mom started. My mom always called us sister. She'd be like, hey, sister. If we like come and plop down on the couch or whatever, she'd be like, hey, sister. Call us, hey, sister. So me and my sister always just called each other sister. And I don't think anything about it. And it's just like, hey, sister. can I call you, or are you free? That's something my sister asks me a lot. Like, hey, sister, like, are you free to talk? Can we talk? Or can you talk, you know? And so it's, hey, sister, can we talk? And it's just big sister chats and life advice and things that, you know, my sister and I didn't get to be the typical teenage sister duo that you see a lot of times. We had to have long distance sister relationship, the phone before FaceTime. Like, I remember when she tried to Skype me. It was like sucked. The internet connection was trash. And but yeah, so it was just navigating sister relationships that are growing as we get older, and it's just something that I want to dedicate to my little sister. And maybe it's the advice that I never got to give her. Maybe it's the advice that maybe you need. Maybe it's the advice that somebody's mom needs. Like, you never know. But it's like a big sister, oldest daughter perspective. It's, yeah. So we're just going to have this little segment, and it's going to be, hey, sister, can you talk? And it's just going to be yapping about whatever and being a girl and sister shit. And that's what this segment is. And it's more of when I get a little more personal, and kind of like I would my sister, we're not going to go that deep, but we might. I don't know. We'll see. But, yeah. So this is for you, Abby. I love you, my little sister.